morning, everyone. Happy 32 weeks. We're outside and I'm trying to do more than one thing at once, so we're trying to do chicken chores while we update. Hopefully this goes well and I don't have to redo it. There's some stuff. So my 32-week appointment isn't until Tuesday, and it's Thursday. Not able to update on that until the 33-week update, but I already took my maternity pictures, which are normally at 32 weeks, like after your 32 weeks. Took those on Tuesday. Super fun. I love them. I got my proofs back. I can't wait to get the real things. That was really fun though. I ended up being there for like 2 hours because I talk a lot, and she asked me a question and I made a comment, and that led to a whole conversation, because typical. So I have probably not felt as good as I could, but I still feel okay when things aren't really inconvenient and uncomfortable. That's a good sign. Now if I just do my stuff and stick with it, I only got 8 weeks left, and then I can feel really good. That got super chaotic, so we're sitting down now. Updates primarily for this week. One, I have had a lot more contractions, like more intense Braxton Hicks. I did let myself get too dehydrated one day and have to chug a bunch of water and lay on the couch and make sure my contractions went away, so I wasn't gonna accidentally put myself in preterm labor. But outside of that one incident, there has been a lot more limitation to what my body wants me to do. And yesterday I took a big nap. I was not getting through the day without a nap yesterday. I was not up nearly as late last night, so I'm hoping, if I have time, it'd be great to take a nap, but I don't think I will, so I'm hoping that I won't need one. I have been wearing my watch to track my sleep as frequently as I can, but I haven't looked at what the sleep habits have been. On average, actual sleep time, not including the time I spend awake at night, has been 7 hours, because inevitably you kind of wake up a little bit throughout the night even if you don't remember it. So that's been a decent amount, but some nights I'm getting less than 6, which isn't great. I can feel it, but I've still been powering through, and I've been up later at night just fine most nights, which isn't necessary, but more of just it's nice to be able to do extra things at that time. Aside from sleeping and oh man, I cannot sleep on my right side because the baby will flip to the right, and it just is really uncomfortable. I think it's because that's where their back is. I think it's just because that's where his or her back is. The baby's just heavier on that side. Whereas if I sleep on my left side, which you're supposed to anyway, so that's the way I try to sleep. If I sleep on my left side, it's less heavy. Feels more of a relief to lay down, which it doesn't if I lay on my right side. So that really, when I roll over in the middle of the night, because I have a tendency to do that in my sleep, then it will actually wake me up and I have to go back to my left side because it gets heavy and uncomfortable, which is a good thing in general. And it doesn't happen too much, so not too bad. Outside of sleep habits and whatnot, there was the contractions. Baby is, I can tell, getting, first of all, heavier. Not just feeling heavier, and they're supposed to get heavier, babies in general are supposed to get heavier once you get to this point, and then it's half a pound a week, I think they gain from 32 to 36, and then 36 to delivery is a pound a week that they're supposed to gain. So I know that babies are supposed to get heavier at this point, but I can feel it. I can also feel that this baby is getting slightly longer now, because the movements that were uncomfortable full body movements were more fluid, and now they get stuck. The movement will start pretty fluid and then get stuck and really, really uncomfortable for me, where I have to stop what I'm doing and help finish whatever movement it is. We have a lot of reactive motion. So right there, I was just rubbing the top of my stomach, and then I got kicked. Very responsive baby, which is different. And before, it was the baby was always really active, but now it's more reactive movement that I'm getting, which is interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, baby moves on its own to do its own thing, but I also get reactive movement a lot more, which is interesting, kind of nice. I don't really know. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but it is. I need to, I think, get some of the little things off my plate, because my brain is getting stress overwhelmed right now, and that's making me really anxious, because I have there are so many things that have to happen before I feel comfortable having my baby, right? It is way too early to have my baby, but I'm not sitting here whenever baby wants to come after term, we're good. I did this to myself. I'm very aware. And there's a lot of like house projects that I want to do. But I don't want to do them until after I'm full term, simply because I want my house to be nice when the baby is born for a couple of weeks. And then I can kind of start like keeping up on the regular work again. So there's just like a lot of things. So there's like the house stuff, which I would consider like what most people would consider nesting stuff, where like I need to just like deep clean everything, like shampoo my carpets and vacuum. Well, vacuum and then shampoo all my carpets. And I don't know, we might be having a different contractor come in. So one of the carpets, I'm like, I don't know about that one, but I really need to like super mop all of my floors. And they were just mopped, but I mean like someone get down and like scrub all my baseboards and scrub my walls. I can't sit that long and breathe in those chemicals, but it needs to be done, so I'm probably going to end up doing it at some. That's the kind of stuff that's like home projects. And then maybe a week or two before my due date, probably a couple of weeks before my due date, I'm going to wash baby clothes and retake out all the baby stuff that I had packed away, because it becomes relevant. Although I am trying to figure out if I want to do just buckets of baby stuff in the locked shelf, or if I want to do like shelf drawers with 2 smaller buckets. Then outside there's just like, Stella, don't sit on her paws, Azariah. That's not nice. Yeah, just pet her nice. If you don't invade her space and you're just nice to her, she will be okay with you petting her and loving her. Oh, so nice. Stella, stop. I know you want to play. She doesn't want to play. All right. Do you guys want to go play on the playset before we go and get lunch?
Yeah, playset is what? The playset is what, Mom? Mom, a playset is what?
Do you want to check it again? The sun has been out for a little more. So that's all like the inside stuff that I need to do. And then set up the... I don't want to set up the pack and play, but I want to bring up the pack and play and put it in this little corner of my room where it was sitting prior to me storing it. But right now in that corner is something else that needs to get taken care of. So there are a lot of like, in order for this, I need this. And in order for that, I need this. And that kind of stuff. Stop yawning, I'm too tired. But then outside nesting projects, like Gregory needs to finish his shop, stuff that he didn't get done, the fencing stuff that he wants to do, the grass just in general. I wouldn't say it's like super long. It doesn't like need to be mown, but it could use a mow. The weed whip could go through. There are weeds that I'm trying to kill and pull right now. I've got a raspberry bush that needs to be weeded. I need to dump a bunch of vinegar on some just rocks and weeds to get all the weeds out so that I can just like have the nice rocks. Because vinegar works great. And my garden needs to be weeded, and I need to go and pick, because my cucumbers and zucchini are starting to grow. So I'm just like, I really need to watch those like every other day until they get close to big enough, and then every day. So, you know, normal summer stuff that happens with a yard, plus a couple extra projects. And then, like, I've got all this work stuff that my brain wants done. And most of it, it's the priority. So I'm keeping on top of it. But it's like, okay, but how could I get prepared so that I can just chill until that thing happens? And for most of it, that's just not possible. And it's a lot. So it's making me, like, anxious in that way. I'm just thinking, like, I need a day or two to get all of the, like, piddly little things done that, like, once they're done kind of thing. And all of the, like, little work things that I can do in advance to make my life easier. I need to just take the time to do those things so that I can do my, like, daily routines until something comes up, like a work event or what have you. Gotta do it every day. I don't know. It's such a hard balance because it's one of those things where it's like, I know I have a lot of stuff. And so if I have stuff and I'm doing stuff every day, then I know that I'm working on it. I'm not forgetting anything. And I feel like if I got ahead where I didn't have to do anything, I'd be even more nervous because I'd be like, oh, now I'm forgetting something. There's just no winning. So I gotta figure it out with myself and figure that out. On the whole, we're doing pretty good. I have put up a few more short videos lately. I hope you enjoy that. I did a gender prediction video, which was fun. But if you have a longer gender prediction video you want me to do, I would be happy to do that. If you have specific old wives' tales that you want me to try, let me know. So that's generally the update. Overall, things are going well. There's nothing I can pinpoint as being negative or not great at this point. It's more just like, well, what if? Or like the fear. So I gotta let that not take over and keep feeling good. And if I don't, resting and just, being honest with how my body feels with myself. And I think that we'll have success. Gotta go get more stuff done. We'll see you in a bit.
Love, Genevieve.